Hello, fellow traders. Nutty Bar Trading coming to you. It is Tuesday, July the 4th, and hopefully everyone had a great July 4th. Hopefully everyone had some great time with family. Whatever you had planned, hopefully you had a great time. I know I did. We had some great time with family. Got a lot of sun, as you can see, and yeah, had a good time. But in today's video, I need to talk more about TOPSTEP. And I didn't plan to do this and didn't want to do this, but here we are. If this is the first time you're tuning in, I did a video on Sunday, me reacting to TOPSTEP's changes. And in that video, I was wrong on some of the things that I said. So I did a correction video, I think Monday, yesterday. I uploaded that video and I took my video from Sunday. I took that video down, and in the video yesterday, I made the comment that, regarding the payout policy and the 50% profit, you can only withdraw 50% of your profit. I made the comment that the only way that you can take out all of your profit in the express funded account was if you close your account. And someone commented, it was actually Beams of Supreme Lightness. He commented and said that's actually incorrect. And even if you close your account, you still won't get more than 50% of your profit. And that's only if you had 5 days of profit of over $200. 5 days doesn't have to be consecutive, but you had to have 5 days of $200 in profit in order to get any payout. If you only had 4 days of $200 in profit, you received none of your pay. You didn't receive any of your profits, none. You forfeited. So I was shocked. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't believe it. I was like, there's no way that's true. There's just no way. So, you know what? We're just going to go to this right now. Here was the comment from Beams of Supreme Lightness on the video. And we kind of went back and forth here, but TOPSTEP, the official TOPSTEP account, YouTube channel, actually chimed in and mentioned, and this is what they said. They said, please keep in mind the only way you can fail an express funded account is if you breach your max loss limit. Your max loss limit sticks to the starting balance of the account. So if you fail the express account, there would be nothing owed since it means your account went to zero. So just to make that clear what they were saying. So for example, on a 50K account, in the express funded account, you have a $2,000 drawdown when you open up that account. And I think there's an end of day trailing drawdown until you reach $2,000 in profit. Once you get to $2,000 in profit, the trailing drawdown is at $50,000 and it stops there. It doesn't keep following you. Very similar to how Apex works as well in their funded accounts, which is great. I have no issue with that. And they're correct in saying that basically, so the only way that you can, blow an express funded account is if you go below that balance, which would be $50,000, which would mean, technically you would have $2,000 of profit, but the trailing drawdown would kind of take care of that. So technically they don't, there is no profit to share is the point. And I get that. Okay. That isn't the flaw in this system. So I'm just going to go to their account like this. This is actually TOPSTEP's account or TOPSTEP's website. Let me move me over to the left here. So I'm just going to read here what they say, but basically it's just what I finished saying. If an account, this is regarding inactivity or voluntary disclosure. If an account is closed due to 30 days of inactivity or a trader voluntarily requests to close their account, the trader will receive 50% of their profits if they have at least 5 winning days of $200 or more. If 5 winning days of $200 or more have not been reached, the profits will be surrendered. The trader will not receive a payout. Now, obviously, so because of this rule, it would be pretty obvious that someone would never close an express funded account if they have, let's just, for example, say someone has $10,000 in profit in their express funded account. Okay, let's just assume that. We're going to take some hypotheticals here. But let's say, this person worked very hard, took a $50K account, grew the balance, they have $10,000 in profit in that account. Now, obviously, because of these rules, it would be pretty dumb to ever close that express funded account. And that's basically what they're saying is, it's like, don't do it. So now the question is, how can you ever withdraw all of your profits if you're with TOPSTEP? And this is like, I'm honestly trying to find the answer. And I'm talking to TOPSTEP right now. TOPSTEP, if you see this, I'm genuinely asking you, if you have a trader, explain to me how someone withdraws all of their profits. Like, explain a path to doing that, because I have yet to find it. Now, I will say this. So here they do say, if a trader has been transferred to a live account and voluntarily requests to close their account, they can receive a full payout for one account once per trader. Okay, so that to me, if they have accumulated at least 5 winning days of $200 or more in the live funded account. If a trader has received a full payout previously, they will need to follow the standard payout policy, which even in a live account, you can only withdraw 50% of your profits. So the way that sounds to me is you got a one shot. If you're funded and trading with TOPSTEP, you have a couple options, I guess. And one of them would be try not to make too much money, so that every time you take out 50% of your profits, your balance would get lower and lower and lower. And then eventually, finally, you would, at least almost be able to take out all your profits. Now, does that sound like a good idea? But if you're really trying to grow your account and you're trying to grow that account, because obviously, here's the thing. We as traders with prop firms, and I don't want to speak for everyone, but we're trading, our goal is to make money, obviously. But with this kind of policy, you really only have access to half of the money that you make forever, unless I'm missing something, bar that one time that you could do it. So it seems to me that the game plan here is to, eventually most people will blow their account. And I don't know, that to me, it just doesn't sit right with me. And honestly, I feel bad. I feel bad for people that are trading with TOPSTEP in funded accounts. And I'm really genuinely curious if they fully understand that you only have access to 50% of your profits. And, that's if there's no 90-10 split. If there's, if you've already taken out $10,000, there's a 90-10 split as well. So you technically only take out 40% because TOPSTEP's going to keep 10% of that 50%. And to me, they should change their terms to a 50-50 profit split. That's what it seems like to me. This is me again. And maybe I'm missing something. I honestly feel like I'm missing something but I went through their website and I tried to find something that tells me something different. I couldn't find it. Now here's the other issue, and I'm going to go back to the comments. Okay, so the Express Fund account, okay, so TOPSTEP commented, responding to, which means the entire life of the Express account is 50-50 split. He was responding to TOPSTEP's comment about if it went to zero. And they responded, explain your logic. Express account is designed to get you to a live account, okay? We don't want people in Express funded accounts for long, since we are not in the business of funding sim traders. When we transfer you to a live account, you get the entire balance transferred in. We do these transfers every day, okay? So what they're saying is basically, we want you to have a big balance for when we transfer you to a live account, so that you have, obviously have some funds there that you can trade. There's a couple issues with that logic and a couple issues with that policy. First is it is completely up to TOPSTEP on if and when someone gets moved to a live account. So as a trader, there's nothing you could do as far as a definitive goal to move yourself from an Express funded account into a live account. There's nothing you don't have control over that decision. That is up to TOPSTEP. And my point of that is, I'm going to take a hypothetical here, but let's say you have an account let's say there's an account that has $10,000 in profit. Okay. And they've been consistently profitable for 4 months. Okay. And they've been taking withdrawals, but even with taking withdrawals, they still have an account balance of $10,000. Now, TOPSTEP doesn't move them into a live account. And they basically play the long game. And, if that person happens to have a bad day and they blow up that account, that just saved TOPSTEP 50% of that profit of having to pay that out. And my point is, we basically, or people that are funded with TOPSTEP, kind of have to take that policy as trust us. We have your, what's best for you is in our intent. It's like, hey, trust me, bro. Even though we know as prop firms, their motive is to make money. Obviously, the less they have to pay out, the more money they make. That is just common sense. That's just how it works. So the longer that they don't put people into live accounts, even if they stretch it out and 5% of those people blow their accounts, that's good for TOPSTEP. They don't have to pay that out. And the other issue is, let's say they do put them into a live account, okay? And that's great. They go into a live account. Well, guess what? They can still only take out 50% of their profits. And the only thing I found on their website was this right here, that once per trader, when they are going to go to make that transition into a live account, once per trader, they can request a full payout and basically close the account once per trader. That's what I have found. That's the only way to really take out your full profit if you're continuing to grow your balance. Now, obviously, if let's say you decide, okay, I want to take out all my money from my account. The only other way to do it is to basically make sure that you don't make more money than what you're withdrawing. You'd have to always make sure you're withdrawing more than what you're making. And even then, the fact that you have to have $200 in profit for 5 days in between payouts would make it very difficult. And it would be, not saying it's impossible, but it would be an uphill battle and it would be difficult. But this video is kind of it's twofold. First of all, am I missing something? Because I feel like I am. It feels like we as traders, I don't care. Yeah, again, there's people that are paid by TOPSTEP to promote TOPSTEP. You know who you are. They're never going to admit that this is a problem, but I feel like any trader should see this and there should be red flags. Like anyone sees this is like, that doesn't seem right. And again, the other part is, obviously TOPSTEP sees my video. Maybe they won't see this one, but TOPSTEP, this needs to change. I'm sorry, but this is not best for the trader, and it needs to change. And I just find it hard to believe that people actually know that this rule exists. Maybe they do, and maybe it's just the way it is. To me, as a trader, as hard as it is to be consistently profitable and then to say you can only take out 50% of that is just ludicrous. And I know in your comments on your website, you have these, I don't even know where it is anymore, but basically you shouldn't take out more than XYZ because we're trying to help you cut the BS. That isn't your job. Your job is not to be our financial advisor. And if someone has $50,000 in profits, and let's say they have an emergency that comes up and they need to withdraw that money, it should be easy. They shouldn't have to jump through and try to make 15 withdrawals just to try and get all that money out. That I have issues with it. So if you really are for the better of the trader and you really care about the trader well-being, you'll change this policy. And or you'll just ignore it and keep, I don't know, people will probably continue giving you money, but I don't know. I have issues with it. That's why I made the video, and I'm not going to get into it more than that. I'm going to let it at this. This is going to be the end of the TOPSTEP discussions. Feel free to share your opinion in the comments below. I'm sure people have all kinds of opinions, and tell me where I'm wrong. Again, maybe I'm missing something. I honestly hope I am, but I went through your website trying to find out what I'm missing. I could not find anything. So if I'm missing something, point it out. I will admit if I'm wrong, like I have done in the past. So that's it. That's my rant for the day. Hopefully everyone has a great rest of your evening, and we'll be back trading tomorrow. Hopefully, again, everyone had a great 4th of July, but take care and God bless.